everybody. It's 42 minutes later, and I still want to take Zoom and their tech support and stuff them both up Vladimir Putler's ass until they appear out of his filthy mouth. Urgh.
That would be a victory parade and a half.
Yeah, well, yeah, Zoom would probably afford an extra tank. You know, it wouldn't make it less embarrassing.
Or just some people dressed up as a tank, you know, a little cardboard one.
I'm surprised they didn't do that. Like Japanese, you know, yeah, the Chinese dragons. Sort of yeah. That's funny. Yeah, a few people reported on that. We had it on the we had it planned for the show on Thursday, but we didn't get to it because a few of the articles just kind of went long. But we were going to make fun of that whole thing.
Oh,
what are you going to do?
Bless them.
So, hey, Lauren, there's a few people that are probably wondering why I'm picking on Zoom so much today when we don't even use them as a service.
I don't know. Are people actually saying that? Are they? I'll tell you what, Dick.
We should do a poll.
If he's here. Why don't you use this? Tell us. Because we don't use Zoom as a service on our streams.
We were trying.
Why is Zoom suddenly got underneath your skin in the last few hours?
Yeah. So let me tell you the story here, right? So for the video chat, the way Dunk and I see each other behind the show and the way we appear through our software to show the show on YouTube, it's called Open Broadcasting Service, OBS. What we do is we use a service called Video Ninja, and it's the same as Google Meets and Zoom and all those.
Just stealthier.
Yeah, like it's like peer-to-peer. It's kind of like torrenting and Netscape, or not Netscape, Napster and stuff. There's no server in between doing the work. It's all of our computers collectively sharing the load. And it works amazing for like Dunk and I on this show and so on, right? But whenever we have somebody with a weak internet connection or a slightly older cell phone on, say, the Ukraine show, because it's peer-to-peer and it takes all of us collectively to make it work, it starts to screw up. And they'll lose audio, so they have to refresh and rejoin. Or somebody else will lose audio, and it becomes a nightmare, right? So it's been driving me batshit crazy to the point where we've been looking into other options as it pertains to software we could stream the show from. Both Streamlabs and, vMix on Windows, Ecamm Live on Mac all have additions to the software in the last couple of years to make it so you don't need Google Meets, Zoom, and everything. They have their own invite your guests feature. But look at the screen. Right. So look at the screen the way it is right now. Dunk and I both have a hexagon, but we have the main speaker feed where you get to see us better up close. And if you know our
if I interrupt him right now, I come on the screen instead. Look, there's me instead. Look, see that? See how that happened? Just automatically.
Right.
Now Dick is going to interrupt me. Look at this.
Right. Now, while he's talking, you can still see me interact with him and react to him, which makes it more interactive of a show. But Streamlabs and Ecamm Live and all these softwares that have this built-in caller feature like Meets and stuff, what they're lacking is the big window that you see me on now when I'm talking. This is why most shows just have 6 panels spread out of the people that are on the show. And there's no active speaker window like we have showing them more and up close because the services don't have it.
What's so funny is someone commented in the what was it? Where was it? They commented. I can't remember what he said now, but they said our show looks like a game show. It's like, no, it would look like a game show if it was done the other way.
Because the other way it would be Hollywood Squares with 9 people on the show, right? We would be Hollywood Squares. It would be tic-tac-toe, right? That's what you would get. And I like it so that the person who's actually talking gets center stage on the big window. Like, when we have cool guests on and stuff, people want to really see them, So,
or even when we have shitty guests on it too.
I did, yeah, like us, right? But
we're not guests.
So with Streamlabs, their app, with Ecamm Live, with vMix and stuff, we can't have the show the way we want. And with Google Meets and a few services, I can't get an individual feed for the hexagons as well as the active speaker feed into a broadcast. They give me a way to do that in the app, but they won't give me the individual feeds to pump into our show setup. Now, WebEx will let us do it, but they'll only give me 4 hexagons and an active speaker window. And that doesn't work on the Saturday show, because what am I supposed to prioritize? Oh, you're worth a hexagon, but you're not. I can't do that. That's not, I don't have that in my being to do that to people, So Zoom has the ability for me to pipe in the individual hexagons and the big active speaker feed. So unfortunately, they hide it behind one of their higher end services. So I paid for the higher end service. I did this morning at about 9 a.m. Pacific time. And then at 1 o'clock, I was really late setting up for the show because I was working with these assholes the whole time. Not one of them could explain to me how to make it work. And yet 3 years ago on the Shills, when we were still debunking flat earth and stuff, we used Zoom with this NDI feature so that I can have these individual feeds and everything. And it was no problem for me to set up. And don't get the wrong idea. I've been using computers since 1979. I worked tech support for Apple in 1998, doing corporate stuff, helping out video production houses and recording studios and stuff. I went to audio engineering school in the late 80s, early 90s, a couple-year course, and I'm very versed in computers. But they give me these admin panels to navigate because it's a higher end service for corporate use that no mere mortal could figure out without a 1-year course on how to work it. And in 3 support calls and 2 attempts on their chat bot, not one person could help me sort out my issue. Their own people. It's worse than that. It's
no, tell them about the support. So when we go
right?
in,
it's worse than that.
He's called them up and he's saying, well, okay, I've paid for this, that, and I've paid for this service, but now I need to get to support to talk about how to get it to work. Now the answer was, Mr. Dawson.
And the answer was, your plan doesn't come with support. Sorry, and the bot cut me off. So then I called in. And the call-in feature cut me off. So then what I had to do was start navigating the menus in a thoughtful process so that I could get around their BS and finally get to an agent. And when I did, they were able to confirm that my plan did include support. And I was on the phone for about 45 minutes and nobody could help me at all. So they put in a ticket, an email support ticket, so somebody would get in touch with me. They still haven't. I paid for the app this morning, 65 Canadian plus tax, and to this point, I can't even use it. Can't use it at all.
This is why you can't afford pizza tonight, for God's sake.
Yeah, and then I got on support on the chat again, and I finally convinced the agent to check the account because I had just paid and I should damn well have support. They finally admitted that I did, and I worked with an agent on the chat support for about 45 minutes, and the chat support agent just kept giving me links, and I kept saying, but I followed those directions, and I can't even find half of the menus that you're telling me. I think these instructions are old, and maybe you've updated the app and moved things around, and I can't make it work. I can't even find what you're telling me to click. And they were just flabbergasted too because they couldn't figure it out. So it took hours of screwing around. And all I want to do is turn on a feature called NDI, Network Device Support, so that when I start a Zoom call, I can also use NDI to pipe the audio and video from the people and the active speaker window into the layout that you're seeing right now. That's all I want. And they can't make it happen either. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. $65 a month. And they just put their hands up and say, I don't know, sir. Have you checked the forums?
Mr. Dawson, you want the moon on a stick.
Yeah.
ask the impossible.
Yeah. You know, it's unbelievable. And when I Google search it, I find the instructions from 2 years ago when it was very easy to do this with Zoom because they didn't paywall it behind their complicated rooms. Zoom Rooms is like Microsoft Teams when you pay for the business level and you get this cacophony of permissions and rules you have to fill out for people as if you're a corporation. Well,
I bet you nobody actually knows how to bloody use it.
I Google it and nobody even writes how to use it because it's too complex. You got to go to school for it. I don't get it. But their own support team can't tell me either.
You're probably the first person to sign up for it. That's why they haven't got a support team for it because no one's ever asked to use it before.
Yeah. And then when I explain to them what I'm trying to do, they say to me all the basic things that you could learn in a 3-minute video on YouTube. And I'm like, no, I'm far past the basic use of your app. I'm trying to get into the complicated stuff that really makes a difference. That's what I paid for. I would like to use it. It's just, So if you wonder why I tend to drink, it's not my fault.
If you wonder why he's a little bit tetchy today, yeah. I mean,
I was going to open the 42 show with, this is the I don't give a fuck show, as I was furious. He was trying to calm me down pre-show. It was crazy.
Yeah, see, this is where, you're seeing my emotional support animal is broken. We need to get him fixed immediately, please. Yeah. Can we get a new emotional support animal, please? Get the crocodile. Get the pony.
Oh. If anybody out there knows somebody that uses the complex Zoom Rooms and knows how to configure this shit properly, I'll pay you to show me. Just get in touch. thesillyshow@gmail.com. Just, I'm not usually left not being able to figure something out, right? It's killing me. But anyway, how was your day?
The thing is, this is one of the things that makes us Shills different to everybody else's streams. And I would imagine there's probably nobody out there who is trying to do what we're trying to do. Because
and I'm not willing to give it up because I like this better. I want what I want. And I know I can get it. Right? It's just
yeah, I mean the only reason why
it's a good thing I bought a lot of pot for today.
The only reason why we're doing this is basically because on the Saturday show, when other people join with really bad connections on phones or computers or whatever, you're either in Ukraine, internet connection is not that great because video is peer to peer. It can break. And that's why we have those moments where some people can hear some people, other people can't hear each other because the whole system is just falling apart. These other systems are supposed to be able to bypass that. And that's the only reason why we're doing it. Otherwise, we'll just stick with what we got.
Yeah, because our system is amazing. The control over I have people's audio and stuff, and the ability to balance the audio and make sure that everybody is heard evenly and stuff. I mean, you can't get that on some of the other services because when you watch other people's streams and one person's louder than the other and it's all crazy and all over the place, they can't fix it. That's unacceptable to me. Right? I can't deal with that. I need control. I have to. I can't do that. I can't do that.
He's a very, very controlling man.
I went to audio engineering school for 2 years, and I actually studied and learned. I'm not just a dropout fool, right? So when I listen to things, and I'm just but just boost that. Oh, their EQ on 800 hertz is wrong. Just fix it, will you? It kills me. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there is another way around this because, as you're explaining to me early in the show, or before the show, it's because we do have people who with bad internet connections, computers or phones that just not quite up to snuff. The other way we do it is keep on using Video Ninja and send everybody a decent computer and microphone setup so everybody's perfect.
But that doesn't work. Yeah, but that doesn't work for Pete, who's half like on the front line or something and joining the show. This is where it all falls apart, right?
Or we can send them that broadcast vehicle we bought, can't we?
yeah. Well, we could send them the one that what's his name? That the sky is falling guy.
KLW.
Yeah. But I do believe
he's taking the wheels off the van.
Well, I think he put his bed in the back, so
it's what I've kicked him out. Oh, anyway, before we go too far, we do have some super chats to shout you out.
Oh, we do we? Have I missed? Oh, look at this. We have NA. Oh, wait a minute. NA has come in with 5. Holy shit. Shills membership gifts. So, thank you very much there, NA. And then, oh God. Now, I was told I did a good job of saying it. And then Greg Terry jumped in and totally kifed my memory of how I did this, right? So, Fru Kartoffeln sent in a super chat as well. Call me Fru. Sounds like new. And it's got the perfect blue and yellow hearts for Slava Ukraine. I like it. So Fru it is. Sold.
Those are our hearts. Yours is the blue one because it's cold, and mine's yellow because it's just like full of piss and vinegar.
Well, at least it wasn't like fake gold, like the tissue cover on the back of a car in certain areas in Canada.
What?
There's a few Canadians who know what I'm talking about, and they're laughing their heads off. To the rest of you, it's just one of those jokes that's already on the borderline. I can't give you more.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that.
Trust me, somebody's going to laugh.
UTV Bitten Hammer says, whatever. $2.
Let's see if the button works this time. There. Last time it wouldn't stop. I think it got stuck.
Oh, hey. I hope UTV isn't getting us confused when we talk about KLW World News. It's not, no, we're not talking about you.
Yeah, no.
It's a different fella.
Yeah, KLW News found us, got pissy because he wanted to be on the stream right away, and we were like, that's not how it really works around here. We'll have to talk to you in the background. And then in the background, we noticed that his videos were like, Russia's launching nukes. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, no.
Like emergency action messages sent, and he's playing them live. These...
Yeah.
Tango Town Foxtrot. Yeah, it's just like messages. To send them all the time.
Yeah, dude's like a MAGA prepper that somehow found an audience, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he gets really worked up. I got blocked. What did he block me for? I said something like, "What, people are really watching this shit?" I got blocked. One of those people who doesn't like any kind of criticism, whatsoever. You say that in the chat in our channel. We go, whatever. It's fine. You say what you like. We don't mind.
No, you say that. You say that in our chat, and somebody's going to be in the green room going, "Let me kill him," and we'll be like, "Leave it."
Yeah, but it's amazing just how touchy some people can be. Very, very possessive about their abilities to draw an audience and all that kind of stuff.
How dare you tell me my opinion is wrong? That means you're full of shit. It's like, no, I don't have to look myself in the mirror. I'm always right.
Yeah. Yes, I don't have to have the same opinion. Arsehole.
Yeah. There's an easy way to make sure your opinion's always right. Actually, look into things.
Dicks.
Yeah, no, but
Dick, what do you think about this matter?
Okay, learn what you're talking about. Yeah.
So discount drink causing the argument. It's like being married. Just go, yes, dear. Yes, dear.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah,
following me, thy can't be wrong.
We got some more super chats already.
Oh yeah.
Well, one more anyway.
Oh, okay. Aussie T. Oh, it's the hippo doing the one-up thing. I call that the hungry hippo. You know, you got to do this with your head to be like the toy going along the thing. Holy shit, that's not as easy as it was when I was 23.
The head banging for you.
Yeah. Well, I feel more like a bobblehead now. It's not quite working out.
Yeah, like these little dogs you put on the back windows of your car.
Oh, we missed one here from Blonde Bombsheller. Oh, yeah, right. I forgot. We had a pre-show, but just before we went live, super chat in from Blonde Bombsheller as well. And it was all kinds of cool peace signs. I think this does something. Yeah, there we go. And hearts as well. So we can do that one too. See? It's almost like she has an Apple thing and she knows all the gags and stuff. So, oh. Blonde Bombsheller, do you have an apple? Is it in your hands or between your mouth? Yeah.
You make it sound like a stuck roast pig.
Oh, I didn't mean it that way. All right. Well, I'm the idiot then, turns out. Hey, it happens to the best of us, right? Well,
why is it when they do that? You know, it's like if you're having like a medieval banquet on the movie or something, and they're always bringing out the roast pig and it's got an apple stuffed in its mouth. When did that become a thing? Like, you know, pigs having apples stuffed in their mouths is like, you know, that's how you find a pig. You know, they've always just got an apple.
I don't get that either, because when I think of, like, you know, roasting a pig, I don't think of apples. I think of pineapple. Right? Pineapple goes with pig. You ever had a luau? Okay. Works awesome. That's why in Canada we invented Hawaiian pizza, ham and pineapple.
Yeah. Gammon and pineapple goes together.
Yeah. You know, I don't get that. Apples and pigs? You know, do you put pork in apple pie? No! I say no!
Apple sauce. I mean, I suppose you have apple sauce with, you know, pig sometimes. Apple sauce is quite nice with pork.
Really?
But, yeah.
Do you do that because the pork is shitty? Like, what's the deal with that?
No. My wife loves apple sauce. She'll just fucking have it with anything. You know, just like, you know.
Pork chops and applesauce. Oh, I remember that from something when I was young. Pork chops and applesauce. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Who said that? Sorry. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh God, I was gonna roll a joint and I lit a cigarette. My head is totally in the clouds. I can't even keep my habits straight. You know.
Your vices.
Pour a beer into a glass and then take a slig on a 40-ounce or a rye or something, right? You know, I can't get anything right.
He's all kafuddled, and it's all your fault, Zoom.
Damn exactly. Yeah. And I'll tell you this. The tech support people I spoke to at Zoom.
Oh, he's back on it again, sorry.
Yeah, well, you did it. It's not my fault. But the tech support people I spoke to at Zoom were all nice people. They just didn't have the tools they need to help me. Right? This is the thing. When I call out their tech support, it's not the people. I spoke to really nice people. The one guy whose name was Emerson and his last name was P. It was EP in the chat. And I was like, Emerson Fittipaldi. Like, that's what came to my mind as an old school racing guy, right? You know?
Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Yeah, exactly, right? And he was a really nice guy. He just didn't have access to the information he needs, right? He's poorly prepared for the job. It's Zoom's fault, not the people.
No one's ever asked us before.
Exactly, yeah. Why can't you do it like everyone else? You know? But fuck, I know better. You know, what do you guys think in the chat? Do you like having the octagons of us and the big thing of the person speaking so you can really see who's talking to you? Or do you like it when everybody's just equal sized on the screen and your eyes have to follow the speaker and figure it out, right? What do you like better?
What do you mean, like do like everybody else?
I don't want to do that, right? You know, but let's see what everybody says, you know?
Oh, okay. Oh, we're going to do what they want to do, are we? Wait a minute. I've always done that sort of thing with you in the past. I said, well, we'll ask people in the chat. He's going, no, don't ask them. I don't want their opinion. I want to do it my way.
Yeah, but in this point, I actually care, right? You know, like, does this layout matter? Does anybody give a shit? I like this one better, right? You know, am I wrong in sticking to my guns and just, you know, fighting hard to have what I want, or, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. The question is, like, do you want us to have the ability to make our shows look unique, or are you just quite happy just like with the trough fodder that everybody else can just like knock out without even trying?
So there's a lot of support for our way of doing it, right? Look at the chat. There is serious support for our way.
And by the way, they're not octagons.
What, hexagons? Whatever.
No, that's what the poll says. The poll says, do you like the octagons and the custom speaker window? Well, no, I don't. I'm going to say no because I like the hexagons.
Yeah, okay. I am not calling that out because I had to figure that out myself. I always get that stuff screwed up. Yeah. I don't naturally fall into the Latin, and what, it doesn't work for me.
Numbers, shapes, and all these sort of things confuse him.
Yeah,
just let him go.
Well, yeah, it should be like dice. It's a sixer, it's an eighter. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, but I know the lingo.
Oh.
I played Dungeons and Dragons on a Mattel and television, but that was my first.
You've been in a few dungeons with some dragons, but that's a different story.
Yeah, they paid me. That's all I'm saying. My wallet did not open.
Oh, CF says, Doug, sorry, I'm doing the best I can. Stop it, you silly woman. Silly sausage.
So we'll try to keep it this way on the Saturday show for Ukraine update, but you never know, because it's getting to the point where we just need a service on the background for the server that can help share the load to make it easier for some of these really remote people to join. And I'm trying my best to keep it the way it is, but
I will just fly them out to your house. There you go. We'll just do that. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be good?
Yeah.
We need 5,000 a week in donations so that we can afford airfare for our guests to join me in my living room.
No. Put them up to the hotel as well. So that's another 1,000.
Oh, yeah. Well, the only one we have close is the Ritz-Carlton, so it's more like 4K, but yeah.
4K.
Well, everybody knows the Ritz-Carlton is in British Columbia, just slightly up in the Rocky Mountains in a small town, right?
Do they? I don't know.
They do now. I just told them where it is.
You doxed it. You doxed it, you bastard!
I've ruined it.
Oh yeah, they're all going to be on the internet saying, "Oh my god, can't believe it! Dick Dawson doxed the location of our hotel."
Yeah, the rates are falling right now.
People are knocking at the door when they come in and everything.
Yeah. Skippy and his wife Melinda, the Gates family, they're already checking out. It's terrible. Oh, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. What am I gonna do? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pour a glass of wine.
Hey, you've had this article lined up for a couple of weeks. It's like that other one that we tried to get in, but it never worked. Why do I keep having the picture of the manual transmission? What is that one even? Drew your drink first,
Oh, okay. I'm in the middle of doing it.
Well, so lean back over and finish. I was talking to get you through. You're just ruining it now.
Yeah, for the gaps. Yeah. So okay, this story is and a very, very interesting car thief, because a woman is facing several serious charges after she allegedly failed at stealing a truck. How does this Well, hey, how does this work out? But police in Colorado detailed what happened Friday afternoon at about 4:30 p.m. When they received a report of a truck that had crashed into a fire hydrant. It turns out that the woman had just been released from jail after stealing a car the day prior. And as she walked about half a mile down the road, she looked inside of a truck, saw the keys, got inside, and drove off. Well, sort of, because
I thought being incarcerated was about corrections. Obviously, that was missed. This is the revolving door of a fucking shopping mall, right?
No. This is leveling up. She stole a car one day, and then the next day I'm going to go for a truck.
Yeah. It's all about weight, right?
Tomorrow I'm going for a Boeing.
One that won't fall apart, but
But anyway, so she sort of drove off in this truck, but turns out, she couldn't figure out how to drive the truck's manual transmission, and so she jumped out to leave the area on foot, and then the truck just crashed into the hydrant. She didn't know how to drive a stick shift.
Are they sure somebody wasn't just filming a movie?
Yeah, I mean the police said that no one was hurt in the crash, but the truck was returned to its owner with probably a dent in the bumper. Well, and the suspect was charged with second. I don't understand this one. Second degree motor vehicle theft.
Second,
I don't understand where that comes from.
Were you conscious of the fact that you were going out to steal a car, or did you just steal a car in self-defense? Is that what?
No, she's. How do you
How
classify
the fuck does that work? You're either a thief or you're not. There can't be levels of thiefdom.
Yeah, no. She was a kind of a thief but she jumped out. So it's sort of like
because you stole a television and then threw it away because it's too heavy as you're running away from the police doesn't negate the fact that you stole the television.
No. You stole the television but never switched it on.
This is why I hate humanity, right?
It's all right. Humanity hates you too. Don't worry.
Only lawyers could fuck theft up to the point where we have to have levels.
Kind of stole it. I just stole it for a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get home with it, so it doesn't really count, right? You can't truly steal a vehicle until you have sex in the back seat, Your Honor.
Oh, I tell you what. I know how to steal something without actually stealing something. This is great consumer advice for you people, because I'd got my sister. I think I've told this story before, but I got my sister a birthday card in Tesco, and it was in the trolley. And I packed up the bags after going through the till and everything, and I found the card underneath my bags. So I actually hadn't put it through the checkout.
Yeah,
but I it was her birthday. It was I wanted to send it, so I didn't say anything, and I just wrote it out, put a stamp on it, and put it in the post box inside of the store. They got a post box inside the store, so I didn't actually leave the store with the article.
You didn't steal it then.
Therefore, I didn't steal it.
Yeah.
No. The person that did steal it will be the postman who come to collect it the next day.
Thief!
So is that second degree theft, third degree theft? What was it not theft, or am I completely clear?
You know what that is? It's food fodder for a good pub chat, because that's hilarious. Now, I have the same story, but it played out very differently. I was at the store, 2 months ago with my son, and he decided that he wanted an Xbox or an Apple card to get a game or two or whatever. I can't remember what it was, So I grabbed the card and we checked out. And as we were leaving the self-checkout, this woman says, "Excuse me, did you guys drop this?" And you always turn around when you hear that because it could be you, right? And she had the Apple Card. Yes, it was an Apple Card. And I was like, "Oh, thank you, thank you. It would suck to pay for that and not have it." So we get home, and I try to apply it to his account. And it won't work. It says, "Oh, this card wasn't properly activated." And I'm like, "Well, that's what I'm trying to do, asshole." Like, But it keeps giving me attitude. So finally, I think to myself, well, wait a minute. Did I pay for the card, then drop it? Or did I drop it before paying for it? And as such, the computer systems wouldn't activate the card. So I had to go and dig the receipt up and look, and I did not pay for the card.
Right.
Yeah. It was hilarious, right?
Yeah, it's not much use for you though, is it?
Yeah. Shout out time, and a big shout out too. So here, Joe Medley has sent in $65 direct donation into the channel for
a comfort iguana or whatever works for you.
It's at this point, it's whatever will fit on a pizza, I think.
Hey, I wish I was in Tijuana eating barbecued iguana. Remember that one?
No.
I think it's a UK song. It's like a new wavy tune from the early 80s.
I thought you were thinking about like some kind of holiday that you and I had been on together. But
yeah,
that never happened.
Yeah, what the NANA says 666. But yeah, Joe. Thanks, dude. Big thanks.
Yeah,
hell of a thanks.
The chat says, haha, I was singing that too.
yeah. It's I'm on a Mexican radio. Yeah,
Mexican radio.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Fru comes in with the truth there. All right. All right.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're all drunk.
Unleash the Kraken. There she goes. That had Dixie. A few levels.
Get in the box. Get in the box, Dixie.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh, Teresa in the chat. Sorry, I totally forgot to send you the video of Felix unboxing those cool old VHS tapes you sent to him.
Talking about this for weeks, you.
Yeah. Because I'm an idiot.
Yes.
Well.
You said that exactly the same as that little meme you used to play every night. Because I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Happy?
We should just like redo that. Yeah, no one with that guy's face on it because nobody knows who he is.
With the fake jaw thing.
Just you. Thing is, you're someone who gets really easily distracted. You'll get your mind stuck. There's a like really, really important thing to do, and there are a few really, really important things you got to do. And I know you're turtling away just to avoid doing them, but then you'll have something like this whole the situation you're trying to do with the streaming, and your mind gets stuck in that. So that way you can shut off all the other things that need to be done and just like focus on that. And if you
continue this therapy session live, I will restructure the channel.
I do have to charge you extra.
No, it's actually going the other way.
I thought I was the one giving you the therapy.
Well, yeah, you're just not catching on to the live part.
Hang on a minute. I thought you were the one on the couch.
Yeah. I'm only getting on the couch with somebody who's a little bit more undressed and desirable.
Tell me more about your father.
Yeah, but you're not wrong. Just we're done with that. No, it's true though, right? It's just easier to dive into something else. So
Yeah. I'm not too dissimilar anyway. You know, it's just like a part of human nature. I think you just like, you know, I've got something that I need to do.
Why does he do it that way?
Okay, I can see how this rest of the stream's going to go now. Okay.
Well, I got about the same skin color upon his death, so I thought I could pull it off. No, too far. Hold on a second here. I got an answer for that.
You can never go too far. B, if I'm gonna get busted, it is not gonna be by a guy like that.
See, I got back up.
I don't like it when Ferry's pointing at me when he says, "I'm not going to get busted by a guy like that." He points at me.
It just depends on who's in that hexagon. Or the octagon with two sides missing.
The hive. It's
the hive mind.
It's not really much of a hive. It's just two of us here.
Yeah, that's true.
What did you guys think about in the chat? What did you think about Greg suddenly turning up on the show?
That was funny.
Well, NA sent another little message.
Oh.
NA has come in with
$6.66. I know this message is late, but pineapple on pizza should be included in the Geneva Convention. It's a culinary amazement. It's one of those things that everybody should experience in life because it's awesome. Thank you, NA. I couldn't agree more.
What? That's not what it said.
It's exactly what it says.
Have you got those special glasses on again? Yeah, the ones they use in They Live.
Look at NA in the chat, just like yeah.
If you put those special sunglasses on, you just read the super chat. It says consume, eat, buy, watch TV, obey.
I know how to speak NA, and I know what he actually means.
Okay.
Right? You have to know your viewers. That way, when they get a little excited and screw their message up, you can convey their meaning for them properly.
Yes, we should know our viewers better. So join the Discord. We'll set up each of you with your own room where
that I'll ignore.
You can post pictures, put your curriculum vitae in there, your dreams, your wishes, your desires,
pictures of your pets having a poop.
I've got plenty of them. Just tell us all about it. So, let's talk about you. For a change,
yeah. We'll assign somebody to that room as a moderator to talk to you. It won't be me.
Yeah.
But
you mean you don't come here to listen to us blather on. You want to talk about you.
Blithering on about the weather. I wanted to be a lumberjack. Leaping from tree to tree as they float down the mighty rivers of British Columbia. You know, the first time I heard him say leaping from tree to tree in the whole lumberjack song, I didn't catch as they float down the rivers of British Columbia, the province I live in. I didn't catch the words. So even the rivers part, it just was muffed to me. So I imagined him leaping from tree to tree like a monkey Tarzan. 30 feet up.
Swinging on those Canadian vines.
Yeah, and then he falls into the whole lumberjack song, and I'm thinking to myself, lumberjacks don't swing from tree to tree. What is he talking about? I didn't get it at all.
They don't dress in women's clothing and hang around in bars.
Yeah. That was...
I wish I'd been a girly, just like my dear mama.
Yeah. God, I loved that when I was a kid. The first time I heard that, I died laughing. And I didn't even understand a third of it because of like Brit slang and stuff.
It was classic. It was classic. Just that moment where they just like, cut to they're all in the Mounties outfit. It's just like, he's a lumberjack and he's...
Yeah.
Just so stupid.
Yeah. We're talking about Monty Python if you haven't caught on yet.
Oh my God. If you don't know that, if you have never... ever. This is going to be one of those like YouTube reaction videos, you'll see somewhere where we go, watching Monty Python's Lumberjack song for the first time. No, I don't believe you. I don't believe you've gone through your entire life never seeing the Lumberjack song. That's like a guy with long hair like me listening to Iron Maiden Number of the Beast for the first time. It's not possible, right? It's not possible. We could do Dick Dawson's listens to ABBA's Arrival for the first time.
For the last time.
Yeah, there you go. That's what we want to do for reactions. Watching this for the last time.
Yeah, the only time. I am not doing this again, so tune in.
We just invented a whole new genre for the YouTube algorithm.
What?
Or just Dick Dawson not watches.
Hate watches. Yeah.
No, just doesn't listen to it. 30 minutes of you just totally avoiding the subject and not listening to it.
Just sitting there in silence.
Yeah. Dick Dawson not watching Firefly for the 10th time.
Yeah. Dick Dawson not listening to Tears for Fears once again.
It was almost good as the first time I didn't listen to them.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's actually it sounds better the second time not listening to them.
Now that my turntable's broken, the album makes a lot more sense, right?
Oh my God.
So yeah.
We'll have to come up with the we got so many stupid ideas we come up with
the paint
every now and then.
The paint is still
but don't tell them, Pike. Yeah, the paint is still a brilliant idea. But we need to come up with an experimental channel. It's not because it might, we might do one of these and it will go viral, and then they'll go, yeah, but the rest of your videos are, what's this Ukraine shit?
That's the whole thing is, if you get one of those videos that is out of your wheelhouse and it goes viral, then you can either suffer the algorithm's wrath because nothing you do after means anything to anybody, or you can simply do that for the rest of your life and have an income. Well, that's no different than cleaning somebody else's floors, right?
There's a video, a channel, should I say? I saw one of their shorts. It showed up, and now I'm seeing it constantly. And just the other day, I thought, oh, sod it, I might as well bloody subscribe to them at this point. And it's just a bloke and a little girl, his daughter. And basically what happens is, they're driving the car. They got some music on, and they just lip sync to it. So you got the bloke driving the car and the girl in the child seat at the back, and they're lip syncing to the song. I can't remember the name of the channel. People in the chat, you might even know what I'm talking about. You might even seen it. It's bloody hilarious. The little girl, her lip syncing is so funny, and she's so expressive. And they've got hundreds and hundreds of little short videos. They must be cranking them out like something like nobody's business. And meanwhile, this little girl is still They've been on television, they've been interviewed.
But when she gets
to a point where it's just going to break.
Yeah, but when she gets older, she's going to look back and go, wait a minute, my childhood was spent making you rich instead of like enriching my life so that I could be a better adult, fuck you.
They do look like they're having a lot of fun together.
I'm sure they are at the time, but maybe that's the only fun time because the adults are so busy on social media monetizing it after and stuff. Like, it sounds horrible.
It is questionable. I don't know what to say about that.
It sounds like the Chinese Communist Party in action. Like, to me, it just I'm sorry, but like, when my son is a good looking kid, and when he was 5 years old, he is a really good looking kid. You know what I mean? And he would be in autism services at this one service, and they'd be like, "Oh, can we put your son on our poster?" And I had a printing business at the time. I was making the posters and the flyers and everything for them, right? And I'm like, "Yeah, no, that's not happening. You're not going to look really good because my son is photogenic, and I'm not going to accept money for it and turn him into a business at a 5-year-old. Like, to me, this is horrific,
Could have been worth a fortune.
Fuck all that. Can you imagine dealing that afterwards? He grows out of it and nobody wants him around anymore, and he thinks that's his normal. And now I've got a child on the spectrum who thinks that that's always going to happen, but it doesn't anymore. Like, there's after effects. There's lifelong issues to deal with here. You don't go into things like this just going, "Oh yeah, cool, I want a Cadillac." It's fuck.
Well, there is the funny side to that, because you had that guy who's on the, the baby on the album cover. God, who there was it?
That stupid prick, but that's his own fault for always telling people it's his penis hanging out.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's his own fault,
What was the name of the band?
Nirvana.
Nirvana, that's right.
Yeah, it's the Nevermind album with the kids in the pool, right?
Yeah, so he's made it his lifetime work to not only boast about it, but blab about it and sue them every single time he just thinks about it, because he expects money to be paid to him because it's fucked his life up. But it's him. Now that could be said about like thousands of kids, surely.
There was a young girl half naked on the Virgin Killer album by the Scorpions way back in the 70s, and that album cover didn't even make it to America because it was too risque, right? The Scorpions from Germany, right? And so they put a different album cover to it. That girl does not run around going, "Yeah, do you want to see my prepubescent tits on an album cover? Here I am." Otherwise you're going to have issues, right? She doesn't run around trying to sue people and stuff, because the only people at fault are the parents that let it happen.
Yeah, but, well,
it's not like Nirvana cloned a child just to do that with. Somebody had to okay it. Why is Nirvana in trouble?
Yeah, well, no. The other story you're talking about, that is very, 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 very dodgy. But the Nirvana one was just like just a baby in the pool.
Yeah.
Like, there's a photograph of the baby in the pool,
and it can't affect your life unless you tell people that's your baby peenie, right?
Well, how? Yeah, but how is it actually affected his life? How could it possibly affect his life so much that he has to sue them? Because
if I had to guess, I would say that when he goes to the bar, the baby peenie story no longer gets him free beer, and he lives in a shitty apartment and has a terrible job and just wants to live a better life.
That's what I'm saying. It's basically seems to be just down to him. He's the one with the issues. The issue is not whether there's a baby on the album cover. It's just he's just got this weird fucking thing going on there. And
maybe his dick hasn't grown since then, and women just can't stand him, right? I don't know.
Still smells like baby.
Yeah, you're not even rubbing the nub with that thing, dude. Come on. I don't know.
Yeah, but the point is, there must be thousands of kids who have been on like film and TV and picture. Yeah, I mean, you hear about it. It's like when people there's like pictures out there on the internet that become memes and things like that. And no, now they're an NFT and they're copyright and trademarked and all this kind of weird shit going on with images like that. It's just like, what the fucking world has come to?
Yeah, man. Heather Wiley in the chat there. I don't think there's a coyote at the very end of that. I think the album made so much money that he just wants to grift off it. Bingo! Heather has won. 'Cause that's what it is. It's just greed. And any lawyer who sees a glimmer of hope of winning will take it on pro bono, because if they can pull it off, they get to go buy a Bentley and a Rolls and, whatever, right?
Yeah. I think the thing is, what I think Nirvana should do is just change the album cover so he's not on it anymore.
Oh, I disagree entirely.
No, just to knock it, just to knock him out. Says, "Oh no, you can't sue us anymore."
No, but Dave Grohl and the other surviving members of Nirvana should just stand up in court and say, "Your Honor, we're not the ones that gave him permission to be in the thing. His parents did. How is this our fault? We just thought it was a good idea because we were young, dumb kids." It's the parents. Why is he's going at the wrong people? You were exploited by your parents, you stupid fool. Had nothing to do with the band.
That's
the
true.
band.
Well,
the band.
Don't know, do we?
No, but the band probably didn't even plan the album cover, because most don't. That was some AR person that was just like, I got a great idea.
Yeah. Well, we got some stock photos. We're gonna work with this one here.
I mean, Nirvana didn't come out in the 60s when the bands actually got to dictate their album cover.
Are you telling me that Dave Grohl didn't get like an underwater camera and a diving outfit and just like went around snapping pictures of babies in swimming pools?
Well,
all around
dude,
the country
knowing the talent of Dave Grohl, if it was him, the picture would have been better, because he just simply does everything amazing. It's true. Nirvana blew up. He was the drummer of Nirvana, and he was like, well, I'm going to start a new band, but this time I'm going to sing and play. They became the Foo Fighters. And now anyone wants to have a viral video where Dave Grohl is in it, as a musician.
The poop emoji? I've heard that was actually Dave Grohl squoze one out and then just put some googly eyes on it, and that became the poop emoji.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, that's where it came from.
Yeah. Here, let's get the poop emoji in the chat. Are we even able to on YouTube? Because we could probably get him some copyright, make sure he can afford his next Bentley, Let's do a fundraiser for Dave Grohl, because he's probably not rich enough, right?
I want a story to come up with a guy with a big yellow round face and smiling, to saying, "See, they stole my image and turned it into emojis." This is
Are you trying to predict Trump campaign moments? Is that what's going on?
No, I said a yellow face, not an orange face.
Okay, well, it's similar to me. My issues, right? No. Hey, it's Titan Uranus. All right. Hey, Titan Uranus. Funny story was in the news today. NASA is preparing a new mission because they want to get very clear pictures of Uranus. Did you hear about this? Yeah. I don't know if it's personal to Titan or if it's actually the planet, but we will keep you up on the news to, keep you up on this.
Yeah. Well, they're going to be using some special tools, to do that. And, one of the special tools they'll be using it will be, just it.
Nick Suter edition.
They're just going to send that camera right in. We're going to get to the core of Uranus.
Yeah. Think of us as a moon orbiting Uranus. Plan on getting a good view. Ow! No, Titan Uranus is a longtime friend of the channel around here, in case you didn't get the humor in that. Since the days when the In Time show was rocking real hard, and we kind of considered ourselves sister channels to each other as it pertains to delivering the news. I know there's some people out there right now that'll be thinking Nick Suter, In Time. You know, he just vanished. Well, he didn't vanish off the planet. I can't tell you what or why, but we might see him soon, you know, before the end of the year and stuff. Things could come back around. We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be the cover of the new Nirvana album coming out.
Yeah.
He was swimming naked.
Yeah, he was just learning how to play Nevermind on trombone, right? But we're getting there, you know. But yeah, it'd be great to have him around again. What do we got time-wise and stuff? Oh, we're only just hitting an hour. We're not bad at all. That's pretty good.
Feels like 2.
Yeah. I wonder if Commander McMillan's around. He'd be good for hanging out with. Hey, Commander, if you're watching, hit your video link. Right? Hey, there he is, actually. I have no sense of humor. I had it surgically removed at a young age and haven't been the same since. Well, that's because you joined the Navy, right? That's what they do, you know.
In the Navy.
We're going to surgically remove your humor in the Navy.
It's just because he's full of semen.
Jump in, Lance. You got the same. No, I'm not here. You got the same link. You know what you're doing. It's the same link. Just jump in. He's Commander U.S. Navy retired, so of course we're gonna, you know, be idiots about it.
Oh, he squoze out all the semen now, so he's all right now. He's clean. You know what? That's what we should rename the Saturday show to. Oh God, what?
No, you know what?
Okay, what? No, what? Go on then. What were you thinking?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna bury that with a shovel and then just bury the shovel.
No, we'll never know. We'll never know. We could have. Whatever it was you were going to say, we could have come up with an alternative.
I'm old enough to almost say things that were funny before, but they're not now. And that was one of those moments where I have to.
It was funny 30 seconds ago when you thought about it. And then 30 seconds later, go, no, that's not funny.
Honestly, it's still funny as hell, but there's going to be a cream puff that loses their shit on me. And I'm just not doing it.
No.
You know?
No, it's not fair. You have to tell me afterwards.
Yeah,
write it down so you don't forget.
Yeah. We'll have to have the Sunday PubChat after show, no cream puff edition, where we can, you know.
Oh, there you go. It's something you can ask the chat and totally ignore, because we were thinking about renaming Sunday PubChat, because PubChat is an old name of a show that, you know, old Shills sort of stuff. We were thinking of renaming it to something else. What do you think? What do you think, people in the chat, we should change it to?
I was thinking the Formula One World Championship of blowhards.
Dick talks Formula One for 3 hours.
No. I was just saying, you know, it's a competition between who can be the most filled hot air, and then, you know, we award a trophy at the end. Right?
We can call ourselves the Montgolfier brothers.
Race to the bottom with some old men and shitty humor.
As usual, I just throw you a fucking great gag, and it goes straight over your head, through your ears, out the back, down.
No, it was all European styled, and I just didn't get it.
The Montgolfier brothers, they're the ones who invented the first hot air balloon.
first thing on my mind. You know, I'm surprised I didn't catch that. Yeah.
Hot air. Oh, God's sake. Don't you know these things?
Yeah, well,
Jesus
I get the
Christ.
reference to hot air. That makes sense. But it's like I'm gonna if I was gonna nail that joke, it would have been like, oh, Mr. Zeppelin and his, you see what I mean?
All right. Okay. Look, okay.
It's not my problem that your reference is shit to a good joke. I can't control that.
Let me do this again. I think our show on the Sunday show, it should be called The Montgolfier Brothers.
But again, you forgot the Zeppelin part and went for those assholes that nobody knows, right? You know?
Oh.
Just
don't remember them.
Don't remember them.
They put all that effort in.
I did take history in school, and they did not come up.
It was hot. It was hot news, back in the day.
Yeah. See, that now makes sense because I get the reference, right?
Okay. Well, what about the Wrong Brothers? Now you must get that aeronautical reference.
Yeah, they had a soaring career that just ended abruptly.
Just couldn't get their business venture take off.
Yeah, well, not for more than a few feet.
They renamed themselves Boeing.
Yeah, and to this day, they're still mired in lawsuits. Well, the funny thing is the company Rolls-Royce. Everybody knows Rolls-Royce automobiles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Royce was the guy who designed the cars, and Charles Rolls was the guy who sold the cars. He discovered what a Royce was and partnered with the guy to make the company. But Charles Rolls, the big rich guy who was the seller of the company, actually died like 5 years later flying a Wright brothers plane.
Ah.
Yeah. Right. So, and then Mr. Royce carried on as like a recluse. He would not talk to people. He wouldn't, he hated life. Like his whole thing was just designing cars. But one thing he did get to do was buy his rival W.O. Bentley automobiles during his life.
Okay.
Yeah. I know automobiles. Sorry, but but yeah. Funny little tirade.
Yeah, interesting, yet incredibly dull.
Not so much if you like cars, but
I like cars.
Maybe you like hot air better. I'm just not as good on that one.
Just fucking historical references, just gone.
But nobody in Canada pays attention to hot air balloon history. We don't give a shit,
Well, we don't give a shit either. It's French. Why would we care about it? It's the bloody French brothers.
Yeah, they invented it while they were running away and surrendering. Wouldn't that be your opinion?
I mean, how typical it is for the French to fill a bag with hot air and make it go up higher into the sky. I mean, that is so.
As long as you do it in a high vis,
smell the garlic.
Yeah, but as long as you do it in a high vis jacket when you're on strike, it's okay. I know there's a British thing where the British and the French tease and stuff, right? I get that, right? Over here, we just call it like racism. It's really woke, right?
Yeah. No, I think we call it racism here too, but
Yeah, it's funny too because being French isn't a race. It's just it's a regional language. It's not a race.
It's a race to get away from the front lines.
Right, like look at me. I'm like a Canadian, right? So I'm like a mutt. My ancestry is just a bunch of Europeans that came over here and acted like assholes to the people that lived here before us, and boom, I'm alive. So my heritage literally amounts to butt kiss. You know what I mean?
See, thing is, I'm not one of those people who actually, I don't actually hate these people or anything like that. I just love historical kind of like gripes and racist remarks that people just like had like for fucking forever.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's like the French. Well, we haven't fought the French since when was it? Like 1812. We're talking about the Battle of Waterloo and stuff like that, Trafalgar and stuff like that. That's the last time we had any like major dealings with. Or liking the French, but
But take it like because of you and the Aussies with the history and the ashes and stuff, right?
Yeah.
When Top Gear, the Clarkson and Hammond and May show, invited the Australian Top Gear hosts on, they had them show up in prison lorries.
Yeah.
Right? It's like if you do that in North America, can you imagine like if you know any history about Canada and North America, imagine taking a bunch of people from like Japan and inviting them over for a banquet and feeding them shepherd's pie. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Right?
Delicious. Wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, it's doesn't work out that way. Those are basically, you were in an internment camp. Now we're going to force you to build a railway, but here's your shepherd's pie as your food. Yeah.
See, the Australians have got like a massive like hatred for the British. They call us whinging pommies and all that kind of stuff. They absolutely hate us, but which is really funny because they were British. They were British until they were like, stole a loaf of bread and got sent over on them.
Yeah, but that's like saying Canadians were British because dudes generations ago decided to break away. Now I've been born. I have nothing to do with British society. I'm Canadian, right? But we're still a member of the Commonwealth and stuff. Yeah. That's, it's a reflection on the fact that you guys just can't let go of empire.
There's the funny thing that happens in North America, especially in the actual United States as well, when you have like Italian Americans. No, you're American. But they hold on to the fact that they were Italian immigrants from hundreds of years ago.
But that's a part of North American life. You're not just Canadian or American. You're Italian, you're Greek or whatever, right? That's how it works, right? And we have all these divided, like you go to any city in North America, there's Chinatown, there's Greek town and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And somehow that's us all integrating and getting along. That's a weird thing too, right? And I've been to all these cities as a musician, touring and playing shows and stuff, right? And I've seen this, and it made sense during the immigration days because you don't know the language, you don't know the other people, so you go, hey, wait, you're Irish, boom, we're good. Wait, you know what I mean, right?
Not only you end up with all these like districts because the families are all coming over, they're all bunking up in the same house, and this like buying the properties around or renting, and so you end up with those like communities which are predominantly like Irish or Italian.
It makes total sense, right?
I can understand where it comes from, but it's the fact that it just holds on to it. It's like when you go down to Chinatown, try to find a bagel. But never mind. Bagel at all.
Hold on, that's facetious. Trying to find a bagel in Chinatown, but be a guy like me who's not very good with my own language, let alone other ones, and you go into Chinatown looking for real, proper Chinese food, and everybody just looks like you're from another country. Come on, guys, give me a chance, right? I did. You know what I mean? But, it's that whole split community doesn't lead to a cohesive existence.
No, it doesn't.
Right?
I think that's probably why, even today, even though we're supposed to be like, a non-racist society, we're still clinging on to a little bit of racism, between each other because communities.
I'll say this. I almost accuse the woke community of carrying on racism more than the non-woke community, because the non-woke community is not looking for a fight. We make some jokes. But like, you're being a human being. You're just being fun. You still have your buddies and your friends, and whether you care or not is up to you. But the woke community, if you even make one little sly joke, have to make sure that everyone knows you're the worst person alive. That's not helping. That's not. No. It's not. Right?
No. We're just trying to get along with each other. Yeah, shut up.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to have context to this, right?
You always have the woke community who you'll have someone, just say, oh, someone goes, oh, I love that dress you wear in your culture. Oh, I love that dress, so I'm going to wear that dress. Oh no, that's cultural appropriation.
Well,
and it's like, well, give us a fucking chance, please.
There's another argument there with cultural appropriation. Like, I understand if somebody is faking being from a culture and using it to make money, that applies. But if, as a person who's born and raised in British Columbia, if I just buy a dream catcher because native culture is all around me and I like it, that doesn't mean I'm trying to steal it. I just appreciate it. And that's where the woke community always takes things too far.
Well, they won't certainly claim it's cultural appropriation when you're in the gift shop buying it. I was like, no, please take it.
Right?
You want your dollars. But it's like, if I eat a pizza, I'm not Italian. Is that cultural appropriation?
Exactly. If I do a ham and pineapple pizza in Canada, does that mean I'm appropriating Hawaiian culture for the ham and pineapple connection to the luau? Right?
Yeah. Well, no, because pigs and
I just like the fucking taste.
Pigs and pineapples weren't grown in Hawaii, so it's not. No. That was a cultural appropriation to call it Hawaiian. Yeah, it's not Hawaiian at all. Yeah, that's
yeah.
It just gets so stupid.
If you want to get that into it, the archaeology, the paleontology and stuff has shown that the people that propagated the Pacific, Tonga, Hawaii, and so on, actually originally came out of like southern China and spread out, right? Okay. This is already been published and talked about and somewhat agreed on in the professional area. I love these kind of topics, right? This is one of the things that actually gets me to read. I don't watch YouTube videos for this knowledge. I actually read so that I can give it to you properly, right? But it's true. And it's hilarious because now somebody in Hawaii and somebody in like southern China and they're hateful enemies. But we're all just But we're all just people trying to do our thing and stuff. And it's the politicals that have got us into this thing of we hate you, you hate us, and that goes for communism versus capitalism and so on, but it also goes to right versus left, and we're so distracted by these side fights that we can't even focus on what the actual issues are.
Well, tell you what, that's one thing that does frustrate me. What you're talking about there is the fact that should you just say politicians or just them kind of people are inventing the hatred, and so like enforcing the fact that they're telling us that there's hatred between this piece of that person and that person. And go, was there? I didn't notice.
I know.
Oh, now I'm supposed to hate them now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll hate them because you tell me to. Just, it's just how the propaganda just like
as we've started to do the 42 show more. I used to pay attention to politics only in so much as it pertained to my knowledge of what that party was going to do for me if I elect them. I don't care about the rhetoric fighting in or anything like that. But as we started doing the 42 News show, I started to realize very quickly that there is no information flow for me anymore. It's all rhetoric fighting. How am I supposed to even make an informed choice when all you do is convey to me why your opponent sucks? That's not helpful.
Talking about opponents who suck, the follow-up stories of Kristi Noem, the governor who shot a dog.
Oh my God, that woman. Okay, I'm going to put you on headphones and get a beer. Keep going.
Yeah, so the follow-up stories on that, you must have heard these, how this is all coming out. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. Because also in her book, she talks about how she met Kim Jong-un. And well, that never happened. And there's all these other like claims she's made in her book. She's been dragged up in interviews because she was obviously trying to become
Donald Trump's fuck toy.
Yeah, Donald Trump's VP, or at least potentially. And so she had all these interviews booked with different media companies. Also because following the release of her book, she basically was doing the whole media junket. So when faced by interviews on TV, she's been asked the question, about a dog, and she doesn't want to talk about it. You got to read a book to find out the truth, even though we've already reported what she said. It was her words. And the whole thing about Kim Jong-un, did you meet him? Oh, I don't want to talk about my discussions I have with world leaders. No, did you meet him? No, I don't want to have my discussion about my discussion. Did you meet him? I'm not going to talk about that. And it's like,
but there's nothing else to talk about until we know that.
I know, and she's just blocking everybody, and also the she's got to the point now where she was doing so many of these interviews. They were all going so bad that she's pulled out. She's pulled out of so many.
So she was wearing a strap on and she pulled out.
She has just removed herself. It's damage limitation basically. And the funny thing was, she was talking about what state is she a governor in? I can't remember, but she was saying that
Neverland.
She was going to do an interview in New York. And she basically claimed that she couldn't do the interview because of the weather back in the state that she's living in. The funny thing was, when she cancelled, she was actually in New York. So she was blaming the bad weather in her state for not doing the interview, even while she was in the same town as she was supposed to be doing the interview. And it's just absolute disaster.
This is a good example of when you have people managing your social media, they do need the information that's relevant to the conversation, because you can't tell them to say one thing when you're on the opposite side of the country. It's so bad. And these are the people that are the only options for us for like electoral advancement and stuff. The entire political structure of having to be like a rich lawyer and stuff to ever get anywhere, and donations and all that, is so screwed up. There's an easy way to fix this.
Shoot everybody.
No. There's an easy way to fix this. Almost every streaming company in North America has ads now, if it's even just on their homepage. And all the cable companies and TV over-the-air broadcasters and radio shows and whatever have ads. So every 4 years, when there's a presidential election or a prime minister election up in Canada, every party that actually has a chance, you'd have to give that a thing, because you can't have the marijuana party getting equal time on the radio when they were just idiots to begin with. But the real parties all get equal media time, but they're not allowed to talk about the other party, only what they will do for us. Imagine an educated populace going to the polls, not one that's based on the rhetoric of the fight.
I'd have nothing to talk about then.
Well, it would be hard because they would say, we'll try to do this. We'll try to do this. Congress and whatnot will block us because we don't run Congress, but we're going to try, right? Because that's the truth. Right?
One last thing about this Christine Nome story, which is quite funny because her book is called No Going Back. They've
to what? The truth?
They've since gone back, re-edited the book, and taken all those bits out.
Okay, you can't make that up. Say that again, just because it's so good. Oh my God, that tasted good.
Not Going Back, and they've gone back and re-edited the book and taken out all the segments about the shooting of the dog, the Kim Jong, all the stuff that she's been dragged over the coals over.
Yeah.
They've re-edited the book. Yeah, so the book is called Not Going Back, but we went back a little bit.
Oh yeah. I was sucking down on cold beer the whole time, but that still was better. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, it really. At this point, she might as well just go on TV.
No going back to the gravel pit, like Lauren says in the chat.
No, she has to go on air. Like a TV hypnotist. And then just that bit about no, these aren't the droids you're looking for. move along.
I'm surprised she wasn't on the X-Files as Mulder. We've had 3 mysteriously shot dogs and goats in this quarry. We really have to figure this out. But Scully, the aliens are involved.
Apparently there was more animal killings as well that went on that we didn't hear about.
Whose monkey did she skull fuck with a strap-on dildo? What is this woman's problem?
She obviously just shot the dog and just had to get rid of all the witnesses.
Pack of wolves, an orangutan that escaped, Yeah. Bombi in the chat. Nuts. But I'm not dead yet. Yeah, you will be soon.
Yeah. I'm getting better.
You're not fooling anyone,
Oh, this is. Look, this is what we're talking about in American politics. Oh no, apparently Biden got a thing.
It's not American politics only. Where a lot of people are having this right now. The factions of left and right are getting further and further, and the ones on the extreme seem to be the ones that are getting the clickbait stories in the media. So this is what we're hearing, right?
Well, thankfully, British politics hasn't quite gone down that rabbit hole yet. But you
elected Boris Johnson. Shut up and try that again.
Yeah, but we weren't talking about we were talking about like American politics at the minute. We're talking about Donald Trump in the dock, for his hush money, trial.
And you won't come back. Ooh, thank you very much.
We got this crazy bint who's talking about meeting Kim Jong-un and killing her dogs. Yeah. And thankfully there was a bit about Biden. Just like at the end of all the news stories, once they've done Kristi Noem and Donald Trump. Oh, there's a bit about Biden, and Israel bombs and something like that. Whatever. We'll just skirt over. Yeah, this is what is
must have been taking far news.
This is what's taking over. Discussions about American politics at the minute.
It's not just America. Stop saying that though, because it's true. This is.
I'm talking about from what I'm seeing about American politics.
I know, but let's not do that because we'll piss a few people off. This is happening in Canada and all kinds of other places as well. The extremists seem to have the loudest voices right now. That's not healthy. This is not how we're going to ever get anywhere.
It's not just the fact that it's the extremists. It's the fact that it doesn't matter what side you're on the fence. When you're as a media reporter.
Yeah.
These are the stories you were reporting on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not even taking sides. It's just that is what everybody is gravitating to and talking about. And it's just like,
oh yeah.
And like you say, when you're talking about all this, like, policies, real things that are going to help people.
The policies in tatters.
Sorting out, medical programs, housing, homelessness, and all those sort of things. All those issues are just like, we haven't got time to talk about that. We got the dead dog woman and the prostitute.
Let's look at the real issues here. People aren't wearing enough hats. Is this true?
As the leader of the association of putting things on top of other things. Put aside your video game and try to keep up. No, when you were saying, and he said, no, we don't want to piss people off, and you go, no, absolutely no, I agree with that. It's just,
I do it, but I don't want to. Right? It is honest.
Yeah, but even these people must be just like pulling their hair out. You're just going, we just want to get the world
exactly
out. Please, can we just do that? Can we just stop talking about the shit? That's for the 42 show. The rest of us, let's sort the world out. Just let the 42 show talk about the shit.
Yeah, I thought we'd leave the blowharding to the blowhards. Not
maybe we're doing it wrong. Maybe we shouldn't be doing the news stories. Maybe we should be the one coming up with policies and fixing the world. And
you know what? Okay, the Shills is no longer a show that's here for entertainment and stuff. It's now it's now an election campaign.
It's a movement, and not just a bowel one.
That's right. We're gonna be like the Queen of Canada, except
less
drunk. Yeah. And we're gonna take over and make sure shit is done our way, or else.
Yes.
What's the or else? I'm sure we can find an island for the dissenters, right? Well, it shouldn't be hard.
What? Move everybody else out?
Yeah. People that don't fall in line. Like Borg. No, we don't want Borg. What we want is people that can hold their alcohol and hold a conversation at the same time. If that's you have a place in our new reality once the rapture happens. Oh no, I didn't say that. It's not coming up real quick or anything. No.
So we just need to amalgamate all pubs. We just get all the pubs in the world where everybody's drunk and still talking.
Yeah, but not using Zoom rooms, because that shit don't work, man.
No, we'll physically transport them while they're all in there, getting drunk at the bar.
We'll push everybody's faces onto the screen of the Zoom portal, because that's going to accomplish something.
Oh, wouldn't that be great to put one of those portals? Yeah, just between pubs.
The fuck in.
you could just actually like Stargate. Like Stargate, where they can dial up the gate to go to a different, part of the universe. You just
like a rotary phone.
Yeah, exactly. You dial at the Stargate Zoom call thing, and you can call any pub in the world and talk drunk a la drunk. It doesn't matter if you've got a language barrier, because you're drunk anyway. No one understands what you're saying.
Well, will Andrew McCarthy answer so I can understand his translation and just that? No.
I love you. I love you, mate.
Yeah. Are you still married to that hot chick that's like Egyptian but not, because she's on another planet?
Oh dear.
Just wondering. Well,
that would be funny.
So let's check with the viewers, because I was thinking about a thing.
Are they still here?
Well, there's
I wasn't
a few.
paying attention.
Yeah, but to me, MacGyver something means to figure out a way to take parts that don't really fit together and make it work so that you can carry on doing your thing, to MacGyver something, right?
Yeah, a bit like this show.
Exactly, right? But actually, yeah. But do the younger
just a little light bulb moment there, just like bing.
Yeah, no, I did that strategically. I did that for the gag, right? But do the younger viewers get that reference? And has anybody out there seen that new remake of the MacGyver show? I refuse to watch it. It's not happening. I'm not doing it.
Well, we're going to be doing that video. Dick Dawson's reaction to not watching.
Yeah.
The
I got a title. I got a title. I hate it, and I'm not watching it.
My opinion. My thoughts before watching.
Yeah. And here's another thought for y'all. Should we tempt the gods of audio and use the little beginning of the A-Team sound and use a stinger?
Bit?
Well, we could
or the
no. Dun, 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 dun. We could do a stinger with that,
and it would just re-record it. We'll just change the notes around.
Because Jeremy Clarkson for the Grand Tour had to spend a lot of money to get that song finally on the Grand Tour, where the BBC just seems to have the ability to use any song that's ever been used on that
is one of the brilliant parts about the BBC, because I don't know exactly how it works.
I don't get it either, but anything that's ever been used on the BBC seems to be licensed for everything else.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's like it must be going back to like some charter that they wrote in 1892 when they first invented radio.
No, before radio was invented, this had something to do with horses traveling days, and eating oats and stuff, right?
Yeah, when they got the right to do Jesus' speech from the Sermon on the Mount.
Yeah, because like Top Gear in its heyday could use songs from Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, everything, right? And then when they went on to do the Grand Tour, they couldn't use any of it. It was all gone, And then finally in their last episode that aired, they had the A-Team music, and he was like, we're going to hit a workshop and cue the music. And they played that song finally. And everybody was like, finally, and then they did it again in the episode, and he even said, because we paid a lot of money for the rights to this, we're doing it again.
In fact, we're just gonna play it through the entire show.
But I love that, but how does the BBC get away with that?
It has been explained to me at some point, and I can't remember. So you'll have to read a book.
I can't be bothered. No, I'm too busy fighting with Zoom tech support, trying to make one feature work that I paid for. No.
Next time you're on their tech support, ask them, because that might be one thing they know.
The next time I'm on with their tech support, I'm going to ask them to put their head in the news, just in case I don't like the answer.
Have you got your gun in your mouth now? Is that? Take the safety off.
Yeah.
Just to,
Yeah. Are you choking on that? Because I just want to make sure we're ready, right? I can't express my hatred for this, but I can express my need to get another beer and have a Riley break. You can explain that one.
Oh, we got a double header. Is going for a twofer. He's going for the piss and the beer all at the same time. I don't know why he just cuts out the middleman. Just take the beer and just took it straight down the toilet. It'd be a lot quicker. But do I have to explain the Riley break again? Hands up in the chat. Who doesn't understand what the Riley break, what that refers to? Hands up if you don't know. I'll explain it. But you all know what that means. PJ certainly knows what it means. Oh, good old friend PJ. Oh, I love you. You're such a cuddly little squishy little guy. I love you. Yeah. So he's gone to piss like a horse, on four legs, like you do. Oh, wow. Yeah. That was that. Oh. Now I've got to think of something else to say. So where did we get up to in the chat with renaming the PubChat show? You got Dick and Dunk's deep dive I saw in the chat. Where did we get to on that one? Did we come up with a new name yet? Hands up, pants down. Ah, that'll be a good name. Yeah. Hands up, who likes me? Yeah. A shit and a beer. The Shills Party 2024. Who's wearing pants? Oh, I don't know. No, I'm not wearing any knickers. Gone full on commando.
Okay, so it's official. You're a putz.
Oh, my emotional support animal seems to be broken again. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. They were helpful, kind of. My emotions are just like wrecked because of you. Yeah,
that's probably correct. But mine are wrecked because of. Well, I'm not doing that, right? We already discussed that.
You're not so much from emotional support. You're an ego crusher.
I'm an asshole on like 5 levels, but I'm a little bit autistic and very social anxiety and stuff, and I'm just not very good at this stuff,
Yeah, God, it's so hard to get a cuddle off him.
Yeah.
Stop invading my space, you bastard.
Yeah, you want to cuddle, take off replace the kilt with pants, right?
And
fucking get rid of Scotsman. Jesus Christ.
Get rid of that like fucking cod piece as well.
Exactly.
It's too distracting.
Yeah. Don't use a hamburger bun to cover up a cocktail weenie, right? You're not doing yourself any favors. What here no, I'm trying to I got a lot of extra info in my face still from the other show. I was trying to get rid of it because it distracts me and makes me, ramble on about things that don't matter. Hey, we had Cypher came in with a member message as well. Wow! Can I scream like the rares too? I actually like that. That works pretty good. I'll give you an extra boom for that, Cypher.
An extra boom?
Yeah,
we just hand him out like candy. Fucking hell. That costs money.
It all depends on how I feel. We actually have to pay $1.20 every time I hit. Because we do everything's on a subscription these days, so God forbid you try to use a sound effect because we want extra money for that,
Yeah, talking about a subscription service, you'll get into the limit. My clock is ticking, and you have to throw another $40 in for another 2 hours. So
if you guys didn't know, Dunk is actually an AI that I pay hourly for. Right? I have to use coins. It's kind of like Space War by Atari. It's an early video game service. There's no CPU. It's all discrete logic. Old school. Yeah, right?
But could you warm the coins up before you stick them in my slot?
That would ruin all the fun I get from doing it.
I could tell you a really dirty story I heard.
Yeah, I think we're already there, so keep it going.
Okay. My old girlfriend's dad, he was talking about the story. He used to they used to like when he was in the forces, in these salacious bars in like Egypt or wherever, and there'll be like this girl that comes along and
walk like an Egyptian.
They would stack coins up into a little tower, and she would approach the table and just slide over and just sink them up into
dude
into a lady caverns.
I heard a moan, I heard a grunt. I think I hit her in the elbow.
What they did was because it's like they've got candles on the table. So what they did is they got the coins, and they heated the coins up on the candle, put them in the stack, and then she'd come along and sink over them, and then suddenly out the last one gets in there, the heat kicks in, and they said she just paid out like a fruit machine. Hit the jackpot. 3 cherries. This is what they want. This is what they want.
And now for something completely different.
Camel toes.
Yeah, it had to be, didn't it?
Yeah, well, what's wrong with that? Camel toes. It's a great towing service for all your, when you're.
Are camel toes like pork with the hoof and stuff, and they're not cool for some people, and
No, it's like when your truck breaks down, and you're in Egypt, you have to get.
If you have a camel steak, do you ever get to the point where you knife in and the water bag bursts or something? How does that work? I know, I get it. That's a dumb joke.
Well, we're saving up. Yeah. Send super chats in if you want more expensive jokes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's services for better jokes, but we have to pay them.
Yeah. People in the chat, you're not on the subscription service with the good quality jokes. You're not paying the subscription. Yeah. You gotta up the game to get the good jokes, the quality jokes.
We have 9 slots left for higher membership to get us into the better joke category, right?
Shit, then we'll have to think of some. That'll put us into a corner. we got to up the quality of the show.
Can you imagine? All of a sudden, we get 7 extra members in the higher echelons or whatever, and we're just like, oh, but we were kidding. Now we have to follow through.
We'll be going to all the comedy writers in Hollywood. Write us some jokes.
Yeah.
Good ones, not the cheap ones. That
all we have to do is gather up VHS tapes of people like Jay Leno and stuff live on stage, and we could just steal their jokes, right? That'll work, right?
We steal most of Monty Python's bloody material.
I do that a lot. Well, we don't have a lord. What?
No, this is the room for learning how to be hit on the head.
It is bereft of life.
Yeah, no, we can't do that. You can't just be random.
Do you have any cheese in this shop? No.
We can't just start randomly quoting Monty Python.
Yeah, but I could. All I have to do is get my son to the microphone, and he could just do that for half an hour, right?
Yeah.
So
the funny thing is when I quote it, I just misquote it. I just get it wrong all the bloody time. The word's wrong.
I was gonna say the funny thing is, well, that hasn't happened since we did the after show, right? Well. This is an exercise in failure. We'll rename the show after, an exercise in failure. Why you should never click an after show.
The 42 minutes later, where quality is a thing of the past.
Yeah. The 42 minutes later show where Chinese sweatshop approach is all you get. Actually, no, we wouldn't do that without a sponsor because they're willing to pay.
The 42 minutes later show where Christmas cracker jokes go to die. Do you have that? Do you have that in North America and Canada? We have the old Christmas cracker.
Those stupid things where you pull the paper out. Yeah.
Yeah. You have that too. That's not just a British.
Well, old people do. Young people in Canada don't do that anymore. But people like my parents always had them out. Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I always get it. I always get it from the missus. Oh, don't forget the crackers. It's like, but why?
See, if somebody said to me, "Don't forget the crackers," I'd come home with salted top premium plus, right? No.
Thing is, I can kind of see its use in like, a few years ago. It's like
a few. Well, that's like saying the Titanic. It's a shame that happened last week.
Yeah, but like 1950s or 60s. That sort of thing to try to break the kind of British stiff upper lip, break the ice at a table. With hey, Mother Day. Prayer to Jesus and all that kind of stuff. No, just get the crackers out and get a crap joke out, and then put the silly hat on. It's like it breaks the ice at the table. So like, why did they?
I remember the hat and stuff. Yeah.
But why is it they only did that on Christmas Day?
Yo,
we need that. We need that every bloody day.
No, but here's the thing: the whole thing with the stupid hat and stuff was to alleviate tensions within the forced family groups back then for Christmas. Now we're not supposed to be forced family groups, but everybody still hates each other individually in their own way. And we could really use those fun moments to relax the tension, but we're in the modern social media age where nobody gives a shit and has empathy for the other person. They only care about themselves.
No, they just don't invite these people to the Christmas dinner. They just have them on a Zoom call on the side.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I gotta go because somebody's gonna cut a turkey and I don't want to talk to you anymore. No.
Yeah, Zoom technical support is probably the busiest on Christmas Day.
Oh, they will be with puckering up. No, we won't. No. Happy to take your money. Unbelievably happy to leave you holding the shaft. That's Zoom, the sponsor of tonight's program. Fuck you guys.
No, I'm sorry. I don't want to go back to this subject, but we will. Like I was saying to you, pre-show when we were just talking about this. Excuse me. Was the fact
you should have muted for that, but we will excuse you. Okay.
I should have. Instead of muting, I put my hand over my mouth, which.
That's good. That's good.
It's the polite thing to do, but fucking stupid on the show.
This isn't a grocery store, okay?
But anyway, the thing we were talking about, is all this shenanigans, talking to Zoom technical support, trying to get this thing sorted out, and you was like threatening, right? I'll just cancel my subscription. Forget it. And they go, oh no. Well, let's try again. Let's try again. And it's like their entire organization is pulling out all the stops, or they're trying to pull out all the stops to try to help you to save their £60 a month subscription.
Yeah.
It's like how does that even work out?
And they don't,
financially?
and none of them know what to tell me because, oh, well, I'm sorry, sir, but nobody's ever asked me this question and it's not in my script. Well, then can I talk to somebody that doesn't need the script? Oh, well, you're going to have to pay me an extra $50. No. I know a way to give you that $50.
See me missing. Are they going to get to that point where they're having like a big shareholders meeting, and the shareholders are all sitting there saying, well, we did have a conversation with one guy. We were going to get $60 a month. Coming in, but unfortunately the technical services couldn't pull through, so we lost $60 a month. And
that's the whole thing.
No, and all the shareholders are just like, the shares are dropping, and people are pulling out, people are jumping out of windows.
But the shareholders don't give a shit about any of that. The stock market, if you go back like 150 years or so or whatever, was all about the performance of the company. Did you believe in them to take your money further and help you earn some for your retirement? But nowadays, that's not what it is. It's all about shorts and all these little, side butt fuck rules that make sure that the wealthy can stay wealthy and everybody else gets fucked. Right?
Well, they're not going to be happy when they find out they're losing $60 a month.
Yeah, but they're losing way more than $60 a month because there's a lot of people out there like us, streamers, that would love to have the technology that I'm asking for. They're providing, and yet I don't get it.
Yeah, but you got to dig deep.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to be a corporate entity just to get the service that I fucking paid for. I don't have, I homeschool a child on the autism spectrum and whatnot. I have a very busy life. I don't have time to sit down and learn admin settings for some corporate based bullshit just because you hid one feature I need behind a corporate plan to make me pay more. You want me to pay more for that feature? Give it to me on the other plan as an extra or an add-on. Let me give you $25 a month for Zoom, but then $20 extra for NDI. That way you get the extra money, but I don't have to put up with the bullshit of trying to pretend I'm a corporate entity when I'm just a guy trying to host a fucking talk show, man. Right? Makes sense, doesn't it? I don't need,
Can we make you turn green now?
I would turn green if I was cyanobacteria, because I would be green right now, and I would not be giving out oxygen. I'd be giving out,
me when I'm angry.
yeah. So we're gonna click goodbye and end this before I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna
just can't get bothered.
I'm gonna get evil on somebody's ass, right? And I've seen how that ends. It's not a good idea, right? Especially with YouTube beefs. I like I've said before, you should never endorse your opinion on others as if you're some kind of, down from heaven God that thinks he's got it figured out. Right, Matt? So, what do you think, buddy? Let's say goodnights here and we'll end this shit.
Well, let's say goodnights then. Thank you, everybody, for coming along, listening to our drivel, our rants, our hopes, our desires, our loves, and our little ticking points. And, we hope you had did a little bit of fun, made you smile, made you cry, made you shit yourself. I don't know.
You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll hurl. Oh, that's been done before. Never mind. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
What? Hey, go. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next time. Hey, we'll be back on Tuesday, hopefully, and we'll see you then for the 42-minute show. 42-minute show. But obviously, we got the Saturday show. We got, have we got any guests on Saturday show?
Well, we got almost definitely we got Starsky because he's not a guest. It's his show, right?
Yeah, it's his show.
We'll have Greg Terry.
Chuck Berry.
Yeah, we'll have Greg Terry. We probably will have Professor Gerdes, and we're trying to get Jonathan from ATP Geopolitics to tie the whole fundraising family together and have a stream, right?
And as PJ says in the chat, don't forget to hit the like, the thumbs ups, and share.
Good call.
Yeah.
Good call. Yeah. There we go. Does that work? Oh, confetti? Really? Oh, Apple, your shit sucks. Here, what do we get from that? What do we get?
You got to clear that up afterwards as well. Does Apple come around with sweep up all the confetti that just shit all over your floor?
It's actually hard to get them even to back up their warranty, so don't get us on that.
Oh, yeah, it's another joke. Where were we? Yeah, I was saying good night. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you all next time. So kissy kisses, lovey loveys, cuddly cuddlies, and
Well, we got to give a shout out to the team as well. We got CFBD on the live chat. We got Shayna Caldwell, BME. We've got who else here? PJCnet. We've got
some others.
If you don't know who you are, seriously, do I have to pronounce your name for you just to make it, No, I'm kidding.
Just jump down in the chat, if Dick didn't mention it, like a crazed puppy.
There we go. Yeah, be the puppy. Be the puppy. Be the puppy, right? Okay. I'll hit the button after you've said something that actually makes fucking sense. How about that? That's not going to cut it.
Keep your dick in a voice.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay.